to you. How are you doing?
Hey, doing well. Happy Friday Eve.
It's Friday Eve. And we were right on time, too. We nailed it.
I know. What's going to go wrong now?
I know. It's. I'm nervous. I'm looking around. What did I not prepare? But, yeah. Okay, let's turn this down. Turn that down. Okay. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. Almost the weekend's almost over. You got plans for this weekend? I know we know about that. We'll talk about it at the end. But how was the week leading up to today for you?
The week was good. Well, good and bad. Severe weather season is upon us, and it's here, and it happened, and it unfolded all week long. Sadly, there was some devastating news for some people across the country. But getting to watch it and see it again and being active, we had some locally. So I was outside in the driveway with Ryan Hall, y'all on the garage TV playing and the radar and everything else going, watching to see what would come our way. So it was a good week in that regard. And then leading up to my fun time, like you said, we'll talk about it at the end of the show, but that kicks off tomorrow. I'm ready. And then the podcast is just the icing on the cake to kick off the early weekend. I'm excited.
That is cool. I talk about weather today. There we had like a severe thunderstorm warning in our area, and it had these like sudden wind gusts that were just like the wind was whistling outside. It would be like calm and then like whoosh, this swirling. That was a good sound effect. I should like
that was good.
Yeah. But I knew that the wind was blowing outside because it was scattering papers in my office, which is what my house does because it's so old. It's like I feel a breeze; it comes right through the house. The windows are all closed, but I love my house. A lot of character, but
I like that. A lot of character. That's a good way to put
next time Mrs. R.A. is choosing the house, and it's going to be different. It won't come with a list of honeydews on the repair this, fix that. But we are excited. We are having the roof replaced starting tomorrow.
Ooh.
Because we lost probably a few more shingles today. It's about time. But we needed it since we bought the house. So.
And I know you don't usually, but there'll definitely be no sleeping in tomorrow because court starts late. So you could sleep in if you wanted to. But it's going to be a lot of rat-tat-tat at sunup.
Oh, man. This guy, he's great. He was actually referred to us by a friend. And he repaired the leak when we had water pouring down through our master bedroom through the ceiling. I had to redo all the ceiling and everything else. Repaired it then. He's like, look, I patched this, but I don't know how long it's going to last. I did the best I could. You need a new roof. I'm like, we know. We just, don't want to bite the bullet and do it. And well, no, we're doing it. It starts tomorrow. But I feel terrible because my wife brought me like a little phone on her phone. And she's like, which color shingles do you want? I'm like, that one. I basically chose white shingles on a white house.
What? What?
They get delivered tomorrow. I can't change. They've ordered them here. It was like a grayish, but it's a very light gray. I was thinking we want a light color shingle so it doesn't get really hot because it just bakes up at like 130 degrees in our attic. I'm thinking that's the only thought going through my head. So I looked for the lightest thing. I went white. So we're now going to have the white house, the entire thing.
She didn't veto that?
We don't care really because it's the neighbors that have issues.
I don't see my roof inside.
My neighbor next to me, he put like a fire engine red metal roof on his house, but that was like $30,000 for metal and everything else. So yeah, anyway, so we're gonna have red and white houses next to each other.
Very patriotic neighborhood. I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, the neighbors are just gonna hate it. So
can you imagine a metal roof during a hailstorm?
Oh man, I love it. The more protection, the better between me and hail. I do not like
the sound.
It's not like carport. You put like a felt underlayment underneath
it's still louder than the normal shingles by a long shot, especially for the neighbors. There's no felt between you and that metal roof.
I can honestly say I have not heard with the metal roof next door. I have not heard a difference. It doesn't resonate. Now, if you were doing like a clear span, like over purlins, I used to sell this. Sorry, I can get really technical if you want, but but over plywood, it's not bad at all.
Oh,
it's pretty quiet. So it still gets a little bit of dents. You'll get a dent from hail even on plywood. So, but anyway,
Let's talk about your roof sales. No, I'm just kidding. We won't get further into that. There's other stories that I've seen in chat. People are here they're here for. They
Do
want to
we
hear
start
it.
with the story? Do we wait till later?
No, you kick off with it because a
Okay.
couple in chat even said, did I miss the story? And it's the hot topic. They want to hear the massage story.
Okay. This story, it needs a preface. You have to understand a little bit about me. Okay. I'm not the kind that goes to the doctor regularly, right? The whole wellness checkup, I stopped doing that when I was like 2 years old. Okay. And that's
Same.
when that was it. I go to the doctor when I need to. And even then, it's probably late. Like, you should have been here. This is pretty severe. You should have been here a week ago when the symptoms started. So I start having some problems with my shoulder, and I've got like a pinched nerve. I can feel it in my neck, and it's just like turn the right. I get this tingle all the way down my arm, just like you zap your funny bone, but it starts in the shoulder, goes right to the wrist.
Okay.
And I'm like, it'll go away. I'm just toughing it out, and it gets worse and worse and worse. So we're like on day 6, 7, something like that. And I'm sitting here, live. I'm trying to do this, while people are watching me. I'm like finding a position where it just doesn't hurt, and it's impossible, right? Because it's nerves. And my wife's like, just call somebody, and I'm like, no, it's gonna get better. I'm sure it's right on the last day of it. I'm sure. Well, we have a family friend, and by family friend, this is somebody we run into at church, and uh, we're in the same congregation, and she is a massage therapist. We found this out because our kids are friends and they play together. We've been over to their house for dinner. I know her husband. He does traveling sales, roof stuff as well. What do you think of that? But we just have this connection. And I find out she's a massage therapist. And I'm like in like excruciating pain. And I'm like, help, and she's like, yeah, come on over. Why? Of course. And so I'm like, I have not really been in the massage world at all. I don't know the protocol. Okay.
Okay.
I'll admit there was a couples massage my wife and I signed up for. That was great. Loved it. It was amazing. But I'm not sure like what normal is. And
Yeah.
I'm the guy who doesn't want to ask either, right?
Mhm.
No, I'm looking around. Is there like an instruction thing on the wall I can look? Here's the steps to get a massage. Come in here. I know there's a table, and I know that there's a TV commercial with a guy with a towel around his waist. And I don't know what happens in between or how it gets to that point.
Yes.
But I do know this lady from church who does a massage, and I'm just like, just fix my shoulder, and I'm not thinking anything. So I go over there with my wife the first time, and she's got it's at her house, right? It's at her house, and it's like quiet. She's got this music playing. There's like incense burning. It's just like we're super relaxing. It's just like, oh my goodness, and it's a heated massage table. I'm like, oh, this is great. And we're just chatting up, and I'm laying on the table, and she's like, if you take your shirt off, I'll be able to work some oil and stuff. I'm like, I didn't know I was supposed to take my shirt off, right? Okay, and so I'm like, off comes the shirt. And so the first time she works my shoulder, and it was amazing. Oh my goodness, it fixed it. And then afterwards she showed me some exercise I was supposed to do so it wouldn't happen again, and I didn't do them, and that's why I'm back here again. But the second time, my wife was there the whole time, and so she's talking, we're talking. We need the music for that. So the second time, this last time, day 7, my shoulder's killing me. And I'm like, I've got to. I text her because she's had a baby, right, like a month or 2 ago. And like, at what point do you tell the petite pregnant lady or just had a baby who's pushing a stroller and trying to wrangle kids, hey, work on my back, you missed a spot. I just felt like it was awkward for me to make that call. But I finally texted her because it hurt so bad. I'm like, you still do the massage therapy thing? She's like, yeah, what do you need? I'm like, same thing as last time. And
Wasn't the same thing as last time.
well, my wife didn't want to come with this time. She's like, oh, you got this, you're good. I'm like, no, really, I would prefer if you come with. And she's like, no, I've got this going on. And I'm like, fine. So I go over. I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm like, I'm going in. I know I got to take my shirt off for this lady. Okay. And I ring the doorbell. I'm not on this. It's her house. I'm at the doorstep for, I don't know, like a minute and a half waiting for it. And finally she opens the door. She says, oh, come on in. And
Did you
everything's set up. What?
Did you contemplate turning around and leaving during that minute and a half while you were
No, it
waiting?
hurt so bad. I'm like, I'm going to be here all evening until she opens
Okay.
the door.
Okay.
But she was, getting everything ready. And so I come in and we chat a little bit, and it's set up the same way, same setup. The blinds are drawn, everything. It's the mood lighting is turned down, it's relaxing. The soft music playing, the incense burning, and I'm like, okay, familiar. And I'm like, all right, so same shoulder thing. And she's like, just go ahead and get ready. I'll be in the other room. Just tell me when you're under the sheet. And I get this panicked thought.
What does
I'm like,
this mean?
now I'm doing a poll in chat, open poll. I don't know what is etiquette, okay? Because I'm like, I hadn't planned on doing anything more than my shirt, right? I didn't know. I don't know what I mean. I'm going to take my shoes off, and that's about it. But now she's like, I'm going to go in the other room, and you get under the sheet. And so I'm looking at the table. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh man. I'm thinking, I guess she's giving me some privacy. It's not because I'm taking my shirt off, right? What? I don't know what the answer is. Do I bear? Do I go bare? Is that a thing? Or if I did that, would she be like, what are you doing? Why? It's not that kind of, I have no clue on its own. But I'm just like, oh man. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm just going to take my shirt off, right? I'm like, oh my goodness, me even saying that. She's like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm like, so the shirt comes off, and I'm like, okay, so far so good. And I'm like, I could have made the wrong call there, right? I could have made the wrong call. And so the shirt comes off, and then I'm like looking at this, and there's like 7 sheets. I don't know why women do this. Excuse me. Something about making a bed and having layers is in the female psyche. And I'm like, and so I'm standing there, shirt off in the room. I'm like, what? Which one's the sheet? So I'm like, is it the blue one? Because they're different colors. And I'm like, I want to get under this because clearly she's in the other room, waiting patiently for me to get ready, and I'm going to get under as quick as possible. And she's like, she tells me which one, and so I climb under, and it's like the most awkward thing. It's like a whale on dry land, flopping around trying to get back in the ocean. Here's me on the table trying to scoot around and get under and yank the sheet. And it's all tucked in the corners. I'm gonna it was terrible. So it takes forever. Just about broke the table trying to get in position. And so I get in. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And she comes out and starts working on it. And it was great. I'm like, oh my goodness, that was. I mean, she knows where the muscles are that hurt. And she just grinds them like elbow, full body weight, just like, just puts her back into it. And that's what I needed. And it was incredible. Well, I'm on the table and I'm doing this. The door opens. And my son's friend comes running in, this young girl.
Hi, Mr. R.A.
They were playing in the backyard. And I knew she's got kids, but for some reason I thought that she kicks everyone out for the massage. I could have made the wrong call with the little kid come running in, being in the buff in their living room. And I'm just like, I am mortified. I'm like, and still, I'm like, I'm not even looking over. I recognize her voice. I'm like, hey, she's like, and she comes running in, and somebody comes to the door and it's like, they open, she doesn't answer the door. They open the door, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I am just like, I am dying inside. Like, and so I'm asking all of y'all, am I doing it wrong? Am I just like super? Is the commercial with the little white towel, is that what everyone does? Or is this,
I've only had one professional massage, I think, in my life, and I left bottoms on.
Okay.
I did, because I was like, I don't know. I think it's a choice. It's an option. You can do as you please. Now it depends, right? Full body massage, and if you've got pants on, they can't. Your calves and all that aren't, So you got to take the pants off, but you can leave the undies on.
Where
Undies,
can I
undies with the
where can I learn
sheets.
about? I mean, I've Googled
Grok.
about murder and hiding bodies and everything else. I feel really awkward about, hey, Google, tell me about massage.
Do I take my
just,
pants off at a massage?
yes, this is the question.
Grok is going to be like, oh boy.
And if I had, and everyone else was like, yeah, it's normal. You just do it. It's just like at the doctor, it's medical. In come the kids.
Yeah, that one's different. If I were doing it out of my home, there would be like a sign, like, or what, like the kids would have instruction, like you don't come in when I'm with the patient, just out of your own privacy. Like if you went to a massage parlor and the massage therapist working and their kids just walked into that room like a lot of customers would not be happy with that, right? It's uncomfortable. It's awkward.
I thought massage parlors were the ones that you don't go to. Is the parlor the bad one?
I checked the reviews before I went to the only one, and everything was like, it's very professional. And I went, okay, that's what I'm looking for. So that's where I went. But I don't know. It was awkward for me too. So hence I've only done one in my life because I didn't know what to do.
Hang on. I see something here from Jody that I need to, she might have inside information. We massage therapists see a body as a body with different challenges. Get bare if you're comfortable, but don't if you don't want to. You're under a sheet, so we don't expose any of the bits.
Us patients aren't as professional as you guys.
do you guys, Jody? I'm calling you out as a massage therapist, and you have to respond and an answer to everyone for all massage therapists. Is there like a guide? Like for a first timer, because get naked is not like on the list. You show up and you're like, yay, I'm free. I don't. Who tells us that?
I didn't know.
Or am I just the last person who knows? Anyway, so going to church on Sunday
should be fun.
I found I had to do the live stream, so I was over in the media room. I still haven't made eye contact with her. She's amazing. Let me just say this: as far as massage therapy goes, she is absolutely incredible, amazing. And I could tell when her kids came in, she was pretty upset. She was flustered. That was not what they were supposed to do. So
okay.
They
broke rules.
Yeah, and the person coming over, she'd like, I've told people I'm not available during this time, so I have to give her that. She's absolutely incredible, but.
Wow.
My shoulder still hurts, and I don't know if I can go back. I just because of the awkwardness of like, I'm not going to take off my pants, okay?
Right.
That
That's
anyway.
tough. My first time, it was awkward, and I was embarrassed because of a decision I made, but it wasn't quite as awkward as yours. But I felt silly, but I didn't know the person, so it was easy to walk away from when it was done. Yeah. But I went in, and I took my shirt off, left my shorts on, and I laid the sheet over the massage table to lay on. I didn't lay it. I didn't think I needed it because I'm wearing shorts, right, or anything. Yeah. So when she's like, the sheet's in there or whatever, she like assumed I knew, and I wasn't going to be like, I don't know what that means. I laid the sheet over the table, and I laid on top of the sheet.
I'm not making my bed. I don't need a sheet.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on. So she came in, and then she laughed. She laughed at me and said, no, made me stand up and lay back on the table, and then laid the sheet over me, even though I had shorts on.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay.
That's the right thing. I
need to cover my shorts as I lay, like, oh, thanks. I don't, yeah, it was hilarious. But as Wolf says, it was amazing. I loved it. If they weren't so expensive, I'd get one like every other day. Incredible. The only thing that I didn't like was it wasn't cheap, right? And it felt amazing. But like 3 hours later, I couldn't tell you that I had a massage because I feel so good. It went away, and my body still was like, maybe she wasn't that good. I don't know.
So I'm still in pain, right? It still hurts, and I've been trying to use the home little therapeutic jackhammer on the back thing. I forget what it's called. Little thing. That's a good sound effect.
The little Theragun.
Yeah, that one. My son has one for doing Ninja Warrior sports. Works with muscles and he does into sports therapy stuff.
Yeah.
So I steal his, and that helps a little bit, but it's really temporary. I have two options. Well, three options. I can go back to my massage therapist, knowing what I know now,
It's
and
not an option, I don't think now.
okay, I can go back. She's really good. Okay, there is another lady, also from church in my town.
You're going to start a feud within your church.
That my friend, actually the friend who recommended the roof guy to us, recommends this lady. Says, "Hey, that's the best. Go there."
Okay.
So I can switch and keep it in the church. I don't know why. I only see people here on the live stream when I go to church. So third option is I've got a friend who's a chiropractor who also does acupuncture.
Ooh.
He's a great guy. Great guy. I have no knowledge what he's like medically as far as the style. So I'm weighing my options. I just want it to go away.
Have you read up on acupuncture?
No, not at all. I've seen pictures of people with needles in the back and they're like, that looks like torture.
Mm-hmm. So our dentist has, you walk in the building and there's two separate offices, our dentist and the other one is an acupuncture office. And while I was waiting for our daughter, yes, Greeners, good call. While I was waiting for my daughter's dental appointment to be over, I just walked next door and got the brochure, told the lady, "Hey, I'm not here for anything. I just want to know more about it." And so I went back and I started reading on it and looking into it. And it's been a while and I don't remember why, but I went, that's not for me. It's not because of the needles or this or that, but what I was hoping to achieve through it and looking at it and the pros and cons, I went, so I'd be curious to hear from someone who's actually had acupuncture and it did great things. Because what I read, I went, see, Lynn.
It sounds like acupuncture is a very precise art where you're interrupting nerves, and I clearly have a nerve issue. Right, I know it's a nerve issue. My thumb always feels like take your one hand to grab your other thumb as hard as you can and squeeze it as hard as you can. That's how my thumb feels 24/7. It does not go away. It feels like a blue crab has got hold of it, and it's fine. It just tingles, and then my shoulder hurts. And I'm like, I'm ready for this to go. It's been a week, I'm willing to maybe line up the acupuncturist only because it doesn't have that awkward.
Yeah.
Where do I put my underwear? At the very beginning.
Just take the shirt off.
Might have to do that.
But well, you might give it a shot. It looks like some of the comments I've been highlighting. Chat seems to be kind of 50-50 on they liked it and they didn't. So it's worth giving a shot on your own, seeing if it works. I tell you what, if you contact him and it works, and you said it, hey, I did it and it was great. I'm glad I did it. I'll do it. Yes, I'll make that deal.
Well, here's my dilemma. I know his business hours. He's very successful, and his business hours are my court hours.
You're online.
So I basically have to either skip a day of work or wait for the court. I mean, there's no court tomorrow, but I don't think I can get in a day. So,
this one.
The pressure point for the thumb I end up being.
All right. So no acupuncture for you.
I thought nerves went like from the back out, and it's just out and down, out and down.
Maybe text him. You don't have court until 1:00 tomorrow. Hey, do you have any cancellations in the morning?
Might do it, or maybe go to the doctor. No, what's this? What's the doctor you speak of?
No, stop that nonsense. We're not doing that.
I tell you, my son was in my office the other day. We was talking. He was sitting down, and he's behind me, and he just sits there, and he takes his chin, he puts up his hand in his chin, and he turns his head, and it sounded like somebody just broke a whole package of noodles. Just
no.
I was so jealous. It's been so long since I've been able to have that much movement in my neck. I'm like, oh, please. Anyway, there's my massage story. Hopefully it didn't disappoint, but
I don't think it.
Here's the next thing. I tipped her. Do you tip?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Okay. I tipped her. And I'm like, after I tipped her, I'm like, is that bad or good? Right?
considering
I don't tip at the gas
especially
station, right?
because you see
When I
each other at
fill up,
church. Yes, it's good you do that. No, anyone providing a service, I believe you tip, right?
yeah.
Here's the fee for you to be here and um, receive this. But if they did a good job and you liked them, then you give the tip because like I really appreciated what you did because you could have just it could have been really mundane. It could have just gone through the motions and just kind of gave me stuff. But no, you did it very well and you did it. So yeah, I'm big on any services rendered if they're good. I always add
I
extra.
did about between a 15 and 20% tip.
Yeah,
And
dynamite.
I figure, okay. I didn't want to insult her further or suggest that this was something different than it was. I don't know. I mean, somebody every profession needs to have this is how it goes. This is what happens. This is what to expect. Nobody has that. I mean, maybe this is just me. This is going way back. This stems from like junior high school. I didn't know how the lunch line worked when I first went to public school, junior high. I'd never had school lunch before. And so I had the money in my pocket. I knew that it was $1.20 for school lunch or something like that at the time. And I would not go through the line because I'm not sure how you get your food. And what if you take too much and you owe too much and I only brought the right amount of money? And I'm like, I'm skipping lunch for like a week at a time. And mom's like, how's lunch? And I, oh, good. Just because I don't know how it works. Somebody needs to put up a sign for people like me who just need that assurance that this is what's going to happen and this is how it works. And it's fine. You'll get your milk at the end. That's all I needed. Eventually I figured it out. And school lunch is not all it cracked up to be, but
what I'm hearing is you need a little guidebook that says a guideline to life, so you can get through
like a 101 or a for dummies book. I know that. I recognize that, but there's got to be other people like me who have this same like anxiety about new things in life, and probably I can probably be diagnosed just by what I've shared today by some professional, with a condition or something. But
Red Pen already did. So
what is it?
You've been diagnosed already. Oh, at least you didn't yell to the other room. Do I put the tip under the sheet? Where do I do with the sheet to the tip? I mean, it could have been much worse.
I still don't think I could figure out which one the sheet is. I mean, if you've got 3 layers on there, I'm like, clearly one is at least between me and the table. I know that. But then like one of them is like a heated blanket. And I'm like, do I go under the heated blanket or on? I had no idea, no clue. So, but anyway, I'll figure it out. Someone shoot me a burner phone message so I can learn how to get a massage.
I feel like you probably already have some.
You have over 68,000 people here. You could have asked this, JJJ.
That's a good point.
I can share this with you now because I've laughed about it and it's like in the past and it's therapeutic, right?
Correct.
I don't have to have nightmares about this anymore because it's in the past. And also it's the whole idea that I don't see you, right? I can't see each of you. I would have a harder time sharing it in person, but
I get that. We can't see how many people are currently laughing
or listening, which sometimes anyway, I did have one other story I wanted to share, which was very different. It's on the line of a quick little prank call situation. The prank calls I've been getting, it's all usually been about travel credits, right? We've got the travel credits for years. We've got the travel credits calls. I've got
insurance, right?
Yeah.
Like health insurance or whatever. Do you have A or B?
Insurance about the, Medicare Part A, B, C. I don't recall that one. Lately, occasionally I'll get the one that we got today, which is funeral expenses. That one comes around, final expenses. I'm like, I'm not dead yet. What are you saying? But just recently, like in the last maybe week or two, I've been getting a ton of calls from United van rental. I don't know what it is. It's the moving company, United. Okay. And they're calling to follow up on a quote about me moving some of my equipment. And I'm like, because it's a company I recognize the name, and I could understand. It didn't sound like it was like from a call center in Calcutta when they called. So I'm like, maybe this is a legitimate company. I'd like to give people some grace and space. And so I'm like, I think you got the wrong number. And then now they started using my name. And they're like, "Hey, we're calling to follow up on the quote. Are you going to?" And they're getting aggressive. I'm like, I finally this dude calls. I'm out on the lawnmower, okay, mowing my lawn, and this dude calls and he's like, and he's the most aggressive one. He's calling to follow up on this quote for moving and some contract, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you called. Where's my stuff? Okay. And he's like, excuse me? He said, you guys picked it up 2 weeks ago. Where is my stuff? And, and the guy was not ready for this at all. Okay. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I said, you gave me the quote. I went ahead. You picked up my stuff. It hasn't arrived. I need to know where it is. I've talked to 3 people already today and they haven't told me. He's like, can you hold, please? It's got to be a legitimate company. Okay. Because the guy put me on hold and he went and checked. He's trying to find it.
And sounded nervous. So, it was a real issue.
Like, so I keep this up, right? I'm mowing, I get off the lawnmower and I'm pacing back and forth just on my side to keep the image up in the front lawn. I'm pacing back and forth on the phone. And he's like, I said, you can see it in the system, right? You can see my order. You can see my stuff. Where was it last checked in? And he's like, yes, sir. We just need to, find out exactly where it's at right now, and we can get that update for you. And I'm like, you can see my stuff's in the system. You can see you picked it up because they never did, right? I never sent them anything.
Right.
And he says, yes. I'm like, I gotcha. And,
he lied to you.
He lied. Eventually, he comes back and he's like, sir, I'm going to need you to call customer service. And this number. I'm like, no, you have my order. You have my name. You have my number. I need to know where it is. I've talked to 3 people already. This poor gentleman, put him through the ringer. Finally, he's like, I can't see it. It's in their system. And he had an excuse that I really couldn't work around, even though it was lame. They have not called back. I successfully got myself removed from their list.
It worked. Did they call you Dwayne when you answered by chance?
No, they called me Scott.
Oh no.
It's the same as the people who call and actually have my real house address saying they want to buy my house. Got one of those today as well. This lady was like, hello, I'm calling about the property. And he gives this, hello. They say my name, calling about the property, gives my address. And I'm like, yeah, what? And they're like, how much are you selling for? What's your asking price? And I said, answer me a question first. How many homes do you buy a month? A simple question. Okay. Because if it's a flipper, it's going to be like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
3 to 5
or more. And they're like, what's your asking price? I'm like, no. You want me as a customer. You want to do business with me. Answer my question. How many homes? Why does it matter? I'm like, and she's like, I have a buyer. What's your asking price? I said, you can't have a buyer. You don't have my asking price. And finally, we ended up agreeing to disagree, and she hung up. But I've been really good trying not to take prank calls during this trial, during the Corey Richards trial. I took one today, but I haven't taken any of the other ones. And it's showing in the evening when they call. I just let loose and had some good ones.
Get to blow off some steam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah.
When we were talking pre-show about stories you were going to tell, you mentioned there was one story some people wanted to hear, but you're like, I'm not going to tell that story.
Okay.
But I'm watching the viewer count, and it's some of the most we've had in a while because you've gained some followers throughout this newer trial. So there's quite a few in chat that know the story, but there's quite a few that don't know it and would like to hear it. And it's I'm sorry to call you out, but it's the FU trees. You said you didn't want to, but I think some people want to hear it. You're on a roll with the stories. It's been a great segment. We can't stop you now. You're on a roll.
Last story. I need to find my pictures because this story does have pictures that go along with it.
It's a oldie but a goodie. This is classic.
I used to live not far from where the Corey Richards trial was, probably about half an hour from there, maybe 45 minutes. And we had in our front yard, which this is like the most starter home of starter homes, right? It's a split entrance, split level. I think it was about a 1,700 square foot home. We've got like 7 of us or eight of us in there. It was packed. It was, but we loved it. We had just put a new roof on, put a new deck in. We had done all new carpet paint, and then we just got the feeling that it was time to move. and that's what brought us to North Carolina. So before it was time to move. Before, this is immediately before that. So we were still fixing everything up. We have 2 trees out in front of our house. We have on the right, we have an apple tree. On the left, we have a pear tree, and they're in what's called the park strip, which is between the sidewalk and the curb at the street. So there's a little grass that the city technically owns, but we're on the hook to maintain. I don't get me started on that. I don't like it.
I've got that too. Yes.
If you own it, you fix it. So we've got these 2 trees, and we just let them do their thing, right? The sprinklers turn on, they drink the water, and they grow, and then, they're young trees. I think they're dwarf trees, like they're not going to grow to be like giants,
Right.
but they've been there long enough. They're producing fruit, which we're doing nothing with. So it blossoms and it gets like this big. The apples are never bigger than it's not like a red delicious out there that you just want to pick and eat.
Yeah.
And the pears the same. I guess we don't water it the right or treat it right or fertilize it enough to get the fruit to really develop the way it's the tree's intended. But so some of the fruit did fall on the ground, and then we'd like clean it up a little bit, and the tree started to grow wider just a little bit, so that if you're walking on the sidewalk, you could like brush against the branches, because it's a narrow park strip, right?
Yeah.
You can brush against the branches. I don't think it's a big deal. One of my neighbors did, and we don't live in an HOA, so they called the city. They called code enforcement, because apparently someone somewhere made a rule that you can't have any branches growing over the sidewalk at all. And it's probably for a good reason. But they, instead of knocking on the door and saying, hey, need some help with your trees? It's getting hard to walk through here. They call code enforcement. The guy in the little truck comes out with his clipboard and the pictures and takes a picture and gives me like a 3-page, tricolor copy citation, fix-it order with like 1 billion words on it. Telling me that I'm in the wrong and need to fix it, or else there's some horrendous fee and fine, and it can be civil. I don't know. It was a lot, and I was so frustrated that whoever did this complained and went straight to the city without ever, because nobody said a word, and we know all our neighbors, right? It's like this. The Diet Coke mama lived down the street right there. We've got we've got just friends all over the place. So our kids, the kids, you let them out and they run, and they can be like 2 streets away. We don't care. Everyone knew each other, and it was all friends, and it was safe, and it was beautiful and happy. And so in that environment, somebody complains. I'm like, who in the world's complaining? I was frustrated. I was frustrated. And so I did what I do best, and I started looking at the law and seeing exactly what I had to do, because I wanted to comply, but not do anything else, right? So the bare minimum to be out of the the purgatory from the code enforcement guys.
Right.
I looked up the rules, and there were no rules about how I prune my trees or what the trees looked like when I was done pruning them, as long as it complied with the the laser line up off the sidewalk and the laser line actually up off the curb, can't hang over the street as well. So this basically means that these 2 trees have to be pruned back to kill them, because they shouldn't have been planted there. Honestly, they were there before we moved in, but just they can't grow in that small of a space. And knowing that this fix-it ticket was going to kill these 2 trees, which we liked. It's shade, it's personality, it makes the house look cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, you win, right? But there's no way I'm digging these trees out, right? I'm not going to tear these. That's too much work. So I got out my Sawzall, my battery-powered Sawzall, Ryobi. Shout out Ryobi, not a sponsor. And I proceeded to trim my 2 trees. I'm supposed to get pictures here, and I haven't pulled them up yet. Just one second. There's one.
There's some in my chat that I'm aware of.
And here's the other. I trimmed these 2 trees so that the code enforcement guy, when he drives by, can look at them and see that they're compliant. So bad.
Mm-hmm.
I can put this one here and that one there. Player 1. Here's the first tree. This was the apple tree. I trimmed it into a nice F, the letter F. And here's the pear tree. Trim this. This is any arborist, any tree person would look at this and cry very, very sad tears. And look, you can even see like pears and stuff on the ground there in the curb. I trimmed it into a U.
So we have an F and a U.
An F and a U. And I took these pictures. Let me see. I'm not sure if I can put both up at the same time. I don't think I can. So I've got there are the trees, right? You get the idea, right? The letters.
Very much so.
And again, I'm not done, right? Because clearly somebody complained. I still don't know who it is. I know I'm in compliance. The city guy can come by and be like, "Yep, fixed it. It's fine." But I then got on Facebook and I post these two pictures. I'm like, to whoever complained about my trees, thank you for alerting me to the problem. Code enforcement was nice enough to explain that I had this long to fix it or else I'd get this fine and everything. Sorry you weren't able to contact us directly so we could handle this like mature adults. But I've trimmed the trees, and as you can see, they're now in compliance. And I post these FU trees on this. The sheriff from my county, who happened to be a friend of mine, calls me within like 2 minutes of me posting, and he's like rolling on the floor laughing. He's like, "Scott, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Can I come by and check it out?" I'm like, "Yes, please do. They're in compliance." No. He came by, took pictures, absolutely loved it. I still to this day have no idea who complained. I don't know. We sold the house, and honestly, we sold the house with the trees still looking like F and U.
I wonder if they have to prune that way.
I think they tore them out eventually. But the only way you can see them is if you're right straight on. Because if you go to the side, it just looks like a badly pruned tree.
Got it.
But you have to be like right on looking at the house. So the Google car, when it goes by, it gets the full FU. But anyone else, if they're driving sort of looking down the street and off to the right or to the left, they have no clue.
Have you checked out Google Maps lately to see if they're still that? Oh no, you said they've been torn out, you believe.
I can look. I think they tore them out. I know they put solar panels over the roof and tore out all the other trees on the property, like all the huge maples, the sugar maples, not sugar maple, but they had a maple and a couple other nice trees. They tore everything out. There's like zero scape to the whole thing.
So any shade producing tree they yanked so they could,
including the one I had a big fight with my neighbor over that was on the property line. That's where I learned a lot of laws about trees. He came over and he's like, "Hey, I need you to trim your tree. It's hanging over my house." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem," because that tree is on the property line, and we share it. So you get to take care of your side, and I get to take care of my side. And under the law in Utah, if you kill the tree when you prune it, you have to pay 4 times its value.
Exactly. Yep. 100%.
And he's like, "Well, just trim it, just prune it down." I was like, "We love the shade. We've got our swing set under there. It's beautiful. We love it. I'm all for you pruning any branch that hangs over your roof. Go ahead. You've got my blessing. But you do anything beyond that and hurt the tree, we might have to go to court." I've never sued anybody in my life. That guy, he was so mad. He sold the house, I think, because of that, because of the tree. So the next people when they bought the house, I don't know if the new people are like, "Hey, we need to get their tree." They did it. They got rid of all the trees. But
oh gosh,
that's my FU tree story. FU, by the way, stands for fed up. I was fed up with people who did this.
Family show. And so I've got a story that can piggyback off that, because you said you still to this day have no idea who complained. Yeah. And mine's not near as funny, but the way it went down, it was kind of like, well, gee, thanks. So we do live in an HOA. I will say I love it because it's the most relaxed HOA I've ever been a part of ever, because everyone just kind of takes care of their stuff. And some of it kind of maybe not, but the HOA doesn't write you letters and say, "Hey, do you need to do it?" It's not that way. But there was a neighbor a few houses down that had some debris out front for quite some time. And somebody, not me, I guess, called it in to finally complain to HOA several times enough to where, and we have a new HOA president who I happen to know pretty well. Okay. So, I have my smoker where I love to cook dinner and all that, and it's out front for me. I spend a lot of time out front. I'm always hanging out there. So I look down the street and HOA president comes in one of those little UTVs because he doesn't live too far away. He came down the street, went over and goes, and I guess he has a conversation with the individual that has debris out around the house. As soon as he's done, he walks over and he, or not, doesn't walk over, he drives over to me and he pulls in my driveway and wants to chit chat with me. HOA president. So we're just sitting there having a conversation, and then I look over and I look down at the neighbor where he just came from, and then I went, he's staring at me
with his hands on his hips.
with his hands on his hips, and the president
middle finger
standing there next to me as we're just chit chatting about everything not relevant is what we're sitting there talking about. Because literally a decade ago, I taught his son junior golf when he was like 5 years old. We're just playing catch up because we haven't seen each other since or anything. But I'm soaking this in, going, this is probably not ideal. Conversation ends. He leaves, go away. Next day, I get a text from my wife as I'm out and about on the town, and I open it. It's a screenshot, and it's from said neighbor posting on Facebook of someone who I know called the HOA. I wish he would be a real man since he lives so close and come have a conversation with me instead of being a tattletale like apparently he is. And
man.
I'm reading this going, oh no, it wasn't me. And so to this day, he gives a very subtle wave. I wave at everyone. I'm the neighborhood watch nerd guy here.
Doesn't use all the fingers. He's just
he gives me a very subtle how you do, but the wife, she used to give the big joyful hi, how you doing wave, and now doesn't even look towards our house as they drive by. And I'm like, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. And then I realized, HOA president, why did you just come right to my house and chit chat? It looks so bad. It's
it looks like they drove. We took care of it, sir. we got him. It's fixed.
You know what the bad part is? Fun fact. The wife is Reba McEntire's cousin, and she sings just like her because she sings at one of the local churches, and sometimes they have a band night on Sunday evenings, and she'll be singing in the backyard. Sings just like her. Has the red hair, everything. They look like sisters, not cousins.
Wow.
But so Reba McEntire's cousin hates me.
Probably Reba as well, because
I'm sure
they probably talk at family reunions. There's this one guy.
If that's a hit single that comes out about crappy neighbors from Reba, I know where the inspiration came from.
We may share a last name, but I'm not related. I'm not related to Reba. At least not close enough that I could ask her for money. So,
right.
But I'm trying to remember what she sings. Didn't she acted in Tremors? Right? She's like, she shot the elephant gun at the little worm thing in the ground. She's like, we're not getting any penetration. That was her, right? That's Reba. I'm thinking the right lady.
I don't know.
My movie knowledge is like so limited. That's like the only one I can draw from. Somebody let me know if that's right. But I'm thinking I mix up some of her songs with Dolly.
Yeah, I'm one of those where I know the song and who's singing it in real time. But if you say, hey, who sings this? I don't know.
Here's one chance, Fancy Don't Let Me Down. Yeah, I know. That's Reba.
Yeah, that's it. That's one. We're getting a bat signal. I've been told to let you know to look at Mod Chat. I don't. Maybe it's
on my day off. Look at me.
Now I want to look at it too. Oh, there's so many, and we don't scroll up. Oh, Google Images have been found and spotted.
Greeners has located my old property with the FU trees, as well as my old Facebook and my Twitter. Google, honestly, never get Greeners on your bad side. He can find all the dirt. Like I think secretly he wants to work for divorce lawyers, like the bad kind, right? Because
the bad kind. This is funny. He
divorce the bad kind are the ones on the other side. He did. Hey, anonymous neighbor. Oh, you want to read it?
Yeah. Hey, anonymous neighbor who never talked to me before complaining to code enforcement about my fruit trees. I trimmed them up for you, and now they are compliant. Hope you like them. Hashtag bonsai FU. Hashtag code enforcement. Hashtag fed up. Hashtag bonsai FU is amazing.
That one didn't trend. That's not a trending hashtag. I don't think anyone else has ever used that.
That is incredible.
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
Hashtag bonsai fu might be one of the funniest things I have ever heard or read.
I forgot I used that. That's something I might get to use again. In my current situation, if the neighbors, first of all, they're not going to be happy with the right. I know they're not going to be happy with the white roof. I'm sorry. It was a quick decision. I didn't think through. I have trouble dressing myself. I'll tell you this right now. I can't tell you the number of times I put on clothes, come downstairs, and Miss Ari's like, no, not those two together. No, and I'm like, why? They match. And they're like, yeah, they're identical. You look like you're wearing a onesie. Yeah. So my house now looks like a onesie.
That's fantastic.
Credence and Mikey,
Credence.
how you doing? We need a good police chase about now to get the embarrassment off my face. Thank you very much for being here. Best police chase channel on the interwebs.
Phenomenal. So laid back, so fun. Their commentary is so great. I love it.
As a creator, let me just say, so quick. I mean, from going to we've got a chase to live on the air. I don't know how you guys do it unless you're like have maybe a guy on the inside. Maybe that's it.
Oh.
Now fess up. If you guys are arranging these, that would make more sense. Matches with anyway. Great channel. You can spell FU out of solar panels on your new roof. Oh man, the problem is it's too tall. Like my house is too tall. It's just built. Anyway, if the neighbors start giving me hassle about decorating or even like pruning my bushes before like the parade, because that's a big thing, I might carve up a tree. I've got a couple choices.
Carve up a tree.
I probably won't be able to do FU. The bonsai FU might not come back. I just don't have those shape of trees anymore. But I have, all the arborists or the garden people. Hang on one second.
I need Adam.
Yeah, when you need him? Where is he at? Let's see. Okay, I've got pictures. Stop, guys. Forget the podcast. I need to show you some pictures of plants in my yard. 1 second here, Thomas. Hold tight here. I need to send this. While we're talking about trees, Bradford pear.
Oh, I have one in my front yard, my driveway.
Okay, I am pretty sure that some states have made them illegal. Like it is against the law to plant them. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think North Carolina is one of them. But if it is, let me just say, Home Depot, when you landscaped your parking lot, every single tree you planted was a Bradford pear.
Terrible.
So, shame on you for that. I have never had a problem with a Bradford pear because they're pretty. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I think this is what we're talking about when we say Bradford pear. It's crooked.
They're pretty for about 5 minutes.
Hang on. It's worse than that. Rotate. Where's the rotate button? 1, 2, 3, 4. Save. Done.
They're messy. They stink.
The stink part is where we want to go.
That's where mine currently stinks because we've had an overly warm winter and spring kind of popped up early here in North Texas. So grass is already green and it's blooming right now. The white flowers are all over. And I was actually in the driveway earlier this afternoon, talked to a friend, and I went, oh gosh, there it is. It's terrible.
Okay, let me show you what we have. Edit, rotate.
So cauliflower says they do not produce fruit, but bees cross pollinate. Yes, so they're full of bees right now. But I get these little berries off of ours that stain. If we park the cars under it at all, when they fall, they break, they stain our driveway. I constantly have to power wash all their little fruits that they drop.
I don't know about fruits. I haven't seen that yet. Okay, here we go. Sorry, it took me a minute to get the tree brought in here.
Yeah,
this massive tree is in my neighbor's yard. He bought the house. Great guy. His name's James, from Australia. He moved here from Australia, bought a house in my little podunk town. I don't know why, because he works in Oklahoma. And maybe he just didn't understand geography when he moved here from Australia. He works in Oklahoma. So he bought the house, then moved to Oklahoma. And we see him about every 3 months. He'll come by and mow the lawn. We mow it when he's not here. It's fine. It's great. The kids get to play in his yard. It's fun. These trees have always been pretty up until this year. And I kid you not, it smells like Pike's Market, the fish place, like a week after everything died. That is how the trees smell this year. I've never smelled anything so foul. I mean, we're talking like the corpse flower would probably smell like roses compared to what these things smell like right now. And I cannot figure it out. Is that what they're supposed to smell like? Because I don't want to get close enough to be like, yep, that's it. I mean, it's like somebody needs to either wash out their garbage can, stop throwing away raw meat and letting it sit for a week in the sun, or it is bad. It's bad. Anyway, that wasn't what I was going to show you. That was a picture that I saw when I was looking for the other tree picture.
So it says right here, Bradford pear trees stink, often described as rotting fish, urine, or decay, because their blooms produce compounds such as 3 sorts of compounds that I cannot.
Okay, that's the rotting fish one.
Mm-hmm.
You guys see this? What is this bush? Sorry, it's
I have
green.
no idea.
See through it. It has these red blooms that they're not like roses. It's not like it's a pretty a flower as that. It's more like a carnation type bloom. It looks like gardenia. Okay.
Gardenias smell good, don't they?
These are good. These are good. I have this in my front yard. It blooms for a week out of the year. It's this week. Okay. So it's blooming right now. If any tree on my property gets carved into letter, this is the one, because it's the only one that you have a full block to work out of, right? It's a full block of clay. You can make anything out of this thing. Azalea? Camellia?
No, that's not an azalea. Only reason I know that's because I follow the masters so closely. I could see why it would represent or look kind of like one.
It's a nice tree. It has really dark colored small leaves. It stays green pretty much year round. The leaves don't fall off. I don't know why, but it's not an evergreen. Rose of Sharon, is that? Anyway, we have this. I have one of these. It's pretty much the only pretty tree on my property. But if the neighbors, it's right in front of my house. It's got a clear shot to the street. If I can make something out of this tree, this is the one that's going. But we do have one other flower. It's just barely starting to bloom. Like some properties is blooming, but others are not. And there's like a little pink, white, very delicate flower. It looks sort of like a pansy, but on a bush. And then there's just like 1 week out of the year when they just all sort of bloom, and the whole town just looks amazing. And then they're gone. So that's coming up like maybe next week. Maybe.
Okay. We'll get a picture of that next week's show.
Yeah. Anyway, Greeners has Googled everything and probably has all the Google Earth pictures from my house from every angle possible.
Mm-hmm. He's found the U.
I was trying to take a picture of the some little like bluebell type flowers, and so my cat like jumped up, thought I was had food. He's like, yeah, so, would not let me take a picture of the flowers with the cat in the way.
Love key. That's trying to find a picture that I've got that the green screen wreaks havoc on pictures. I will say, per your recommendation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I still have mine. I have not finished my bag.
So I didn't bring mine upstairs to my office with me because I'm so full because I've been eating them all afternoon. Literally, that is the best snack item I've ever had. And what's funny, I really trust you because yesterday I went on Amazon and it said a 2-pack for like $13 or whatever. And I went, awesome. And it said, overnight delivery by 11 a.m. tomorrow, for orders over $25. So I would order 2 boxes of the 2 packs to get them. I'm like, if they're as good as he says, I will eat them. And you were spot on. I love them.
I don't know who sent. I forgot who sent these because this was a gift from a viewer. Probably as a challenge, but they are good. They're hotter than I can handle. So I just ate all I can tonight. That was like 3 pistachios and I'm done. But someone in chat said they make these right down the road from them. Like this is like
really
looks like, I don't even know. It's like Celeron or Cellon Farms or something.
Cellar Farms.
It's like a fancy little script. I don't know what that logo is supposed to mean.
It's in California. Oh, Seton. It's Seton Farms.
Seton Farms? Okay.
Yeah. They're
if you don't like spicy maple bourbon pickles, you're gonna hate these because spicy maple bourbon pickles are cool compared to these firecrackers.
So I sent you the picture from me in Walmart yesterday that I found the lime and Tihan flavored ones. They were terrible. I ate 2 of them and threw them in the trash. They tasted like
it's the same brand
or Tajín. Yeah, it's the same brand. They carried that one, but they didn't have the scorpion pepper. So I'm like, well, I'll go ahead and try it since it's the same place. And lime tight. And that's when they arrived. That's a picture I sent Scott this morning. I was so excited. Oh, they're incredible.
The thing I love about them, they're too hot for me. But the thing I love about it is the balance of the flavor. The heat doesn't drown out the pistachio, and the pistachio doesn't cover up the heat. It's just
they nailed it.
It was perfect.
They nailed
it. But now the heat is getting me.
Speaking of they nailed it, we've got a post to hit.
Talk about any of the stories that Thomas worked hard to put together today.
Not one. We're going to bunny hop this one right into next week. That means I don't have to do any research next week.
Get the week off. Oh my goodness. Time flies, Thomas.
It does. Amazing. People love the story time.
These are good stories too. These are good stories.
They're fun.
Next week.
I enjoyed listening. But I hope you have a great weekend. I, for one, will. I hit the road at 8:00 in the morning with 2 of my very best friends locally at 2 hours south to meet a good friend down near Frisco, where I used to live, so we can play golf tomorrow. We're going to stay in a cool hotel where the new PGA of America headquarters is. They've got a 1-acre size fun putting green, a lit par 3 course, all right there on hotel property with 2 18-hole championship golf courses that then we will play on Saturday. So I am just through the roof excited. So I got a pack.
An acre putting green? Is it like multiple? Or you just belt the thing?
No, it's 1 acre and it's fully lit. There's holes all over the place, and it happens to be right next to this massive bar / barbecue stand they put like right next to it, and that's open, and the par 3 lit course there is open till midnight. So you literally just walk down out of your hotel room with a couple clubs and go play golf till midnight and get ready to play real golf the next day.
That is crazy. That sounds like heaven.
Pictures,
if you love
pictures
golf.
incoming.
Yes. Pictures. I'm curious about the putting green. Do you try for a specific hole, or you just hit it and hope it goes in one of them?
You probably chase each hole around in a different configuration of your choosing.
Like mini golf.
Yeah, and there will be tons of people out there, right? So you're probably like find a corner that you'll stick to, and you and your friends will kind of goof around. But we don't bet big money, but we bring little bags of quarters, and so that's going to take up our evening.
Like tokens, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm pretty sure I could get kicked out of the golf course really fast just for ignorance. You've seen me now. You know what I'm like at a massage therapist. Imagine me at a golf course where I am equally ignorant about protocols. I'd be like 4, and they're like, "Sir, off the putting green. You've got to go."
And especially if the golf course superintendent hears any bits of stories of your tree trimming, you won't be allowed on property.
Yeah, man. Thomas, thank you very much. You guys have a good night. Appreciate it very much. We'll see you
Enjoyed
tomorrow.
it. See ya.
I can't find the button. You're going to have to end it.